Welcome back. Welcome back. We're here at episode 3 of Mastermind Wisdom for Winners. Yes, sir. We want to also remind you, Mastermind Wisdom for Winners is where the knowledge isn't just shared, it's activated. Each episode delivers insight that challenges how you think, pushes how you grow, and sharpens how you move through life. So if you're ready to level up, let's get started on our episode 3 with our own Rickey Donardo. Let's give him a hand one more time. Welcome him back. Welcome him back. Thank you, sir. Well, Rickey, we picked up on for this episode from episode 2, talking about the tremendous responsibilities, your education through the great artist, Mr. John Biggers, which we all been renowned and known. If you look around anywhere in Houston, you see the influence of his work. You see the influence of his students. You are a student of the great John Biggers and had classes with him. And in that exposure, people are recognizing not only his greatness, but the legacy he left. And you are part of that legacy. And you're leaving your own legacy right now. So with that in mind, share with us a little bit about your experience. And you brought some information today about a little bit of your own personal history and your personal accomplishment. Would you share, I think, on your book, a little bit of things that you had talked about and we reviewed a little earlier? So.
Okay. Well, I have a book of my collections. But I was working and I have to thank Dr. Biggers for that. I had an opportunity to work for the Museum of Fine Art as an artist in residence. And that was very cool.
Wow, powerful. How long did you do that?
It was a 5-year. It was a 5-year deal.
Okay.
So within 5 years, I had a chance. While I'm still working, in fact, I'm working for a Ryder Truck Rental now.
Okay.
And I became a supervisor there. Well, yeah. So I'm still working other jobs. I'm still on campus.
And at the museum.
And at the Museum of Fine Arts. And I had an art gallery called Mercedes Gift Gallery.
Mercedes Gift Gallery.
So I'm touching all this stuff to make sure money's coming in.
Got you.
But money also going out because that's paying rent.
Right.
So
how long did you have your gallery?
Oh, I had it for about 5 years or better. You know, it's been so long that I don't even keep up with it because I had a girl named Sandra Ward kind of control it. I was the money man. And
she was the creative. Let's give our own Miss Sandra Ward a hand clap of influencer. I remember, and I met you through Sandra Ward, and we're going to talk about that for a moment. How did we meet? It's always what we call the versions. So I'm going to let you share your version of how we met, and I'm going to share my version of how we met, if you would. So,
okay.
Because Sonia Ward played a very important aspect in that.
Right.
Thank you, Sonia. It's good wishing you well. Go ahead.
Well, it started off not only one gallery. And I told Sandra, I said, we're going to end up having 3 galleries, so get ready. And she didn't understand what I was talking about. I said, we're going to have downtown, midtown, and uptown. She said, what you mean? All right, I already got the gallery. It's off of Fannin, right next to Sears.
Right.
Little bitty, 12 by 12.
Historical Sears. I remember that really well.
I had that for years. When I said downtown, it was another place off of Travis, and it was on the lower floor. It was just hard to park your vehicle because that was
downtown.
Right
parking, right.
And this guy, he had the gallery, and he let me take part of it, which was beautiful. It was a blessing in disguise. Then Midtown, we was in Midtown also, and that's when I met Larry Richardson. And we were doing art expos there.
Right.
And we were just going, creating all kind of little events. I even had a show at the downtown one, and we had a award. We gave some money away.
Yes, you did. I remember that.
Yeah.
I didn't win any, but you did good, though.
But one guy that won, I think, and I don't think he won, but this guy did a painting with tea bags, and I never forgot that. And he put them in order and designed it that way. And that is very unique, and I was really impressed with that style.
So you got a chance to expose yourself to several artists at that period out of the Houston area. quite basically it's like we have now a citywide artist exhibit, and that's great. That's great. And
Well, I also had people at my gallery, Dennis Black and Thibodeau, a guy named Thibodeau. Thibodeau was opening and closing the door. See, because I'm still working 2 and 3 jobs. I cannot work in there all the time. So I
Right.
gave other students an opportunity to work there and get jobs and stuff like that. So it worked. It worked fine. Dennis Black was having this little life skills drawing in the building
back
and
room,
everything.
right.
I mean, it was working.
whatever it takes.
Yeah, and I felt good about it because I'm doing something, and everything was just rolling. But and I never thought about how much I'm doing. I'm just thinking about, well, I guess I'm making it. I'm doing it. I'm doing this and doing.
Yeah.
I bought a potter's wheel, and that was $500 or $600 then. That's a lot of money for stuff to invest in art. I was buying all kind of art equipment.
Right.
But-
well, you was investing in yourself.
Right.
And that's good. That's
And
good.
I needed the right material and everything. But what I did in the museum, I learned a lot of stuff there because I was going to different schools and I was doing murals at different elementary schools. So I did one at Ryan Middle School.
Wow.
I did one at another elementary school. I went to Fleming and did some stuff with the kids. I also went to one of my daughter's schools and I didn't know
While
that
she was in school?
While she was in school.
Wow, that's a big influence. Look at what my dad doing.
So working at the museum gave me an opportunity to do murals everywhere else.
Exactly.
And then I did one at the Shrine of Black Madonna. I did
Another mural.
before they did the renovation.
Okay.
And then the one of Martin Luther King. We worked on that project. Not Row House, but what is it?
Emancipation Park.
Emancipation Park.
Emancipation
Well, I'm the
Park.
one did the mural at Emancipation Park.
Wow.
And that's before they did the reconstruction.
That's it right there?
That's it right here.
That's the mural before the reconstruction,
And
everybody.
all the kids at Blackshire Elementary worked on that project with me.
So you had a collaboration,
Oh.
a project with helping, again, influencing people.
All the children and the kids at Blackshire was more mature than most kids. I couldn't just tell them to draw a square and paint it and use watercolors. No, I had to work in a more advanced way to keep them motivated because I had to get them to, in fact, I had the children so well adjusted with my work and the work we were doing that when they didn't finish their work, they started crying. The teacher come to pick them up and wonder why they crying. I said, they're crying because they didn't finish their work.
They were so dedicated to you.
They
gotten that
loved
interest.
it. They loved it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Most of
That's
those
beautiful.
teachers want me to do high school. They think you're not fit for no elementary. Now, the guy that took me on, it was Mr. Mundine
Okay.
at Blackshire Elementary.
Although we always recognize those influences.
Yeah.
Mr. Mundine, we want to thank you once again for your contribution to our situation. And Mr. Donato, go ahead.
But yeah, so I got a chance to work on the kids, and I was there for some years. Still working at Ryder, doing this and doing that, taking care of my sisters, and
Wow.
just doing my own thing. But I take priority in different things to make sure it get done.
Right.
But when I was at Texas Southern, I not only did painting in the art room, I was helping with the set designs. And I did...
That's for the theater.
That's for the theater
Okay,
part.
you did,
So
yeah.
I've taken a class there, and I spent a lot of time. Now, mind you, I had to stay there late at night at TSU to do the artwork and stay late at night at the other place of the theater part.
Yeah.
Because they had plays that they had to do.
Okay.
And they had one called Who Killed Hazel Patton?
You did that one?
I did that
The
one.
stage
At the
decoration?
stage, right. Pearly Victorious was another one. There was another one called Living Fat. And that was at the university. So
I'm sure many people that from that period and that time will remember quite a few of these plays and recognizing that the artistry behind the props was your
Right,
doing.
right,
Your doing.
right. I
Did
had
you
to-
have a crew or did you do this by
No.
yourself?
it was
God.
me and my wife. My wife did all of
You mean you got your wife
Hey,
to
she did all the basic colors.
special lady. Must be. I wish I had the song. Must be a special lady to even help you with
That's
all
right,
that.
that's right.
That's awesome to support you in your career and to do what you're
So-
doing. So excellent job.
During that process, I ended up meeting George Harkins, and he had his own theater off of 2M Street. So I did all the set designs for him.
Mm-hmm.
So I kept myself so busy, and I guess some of this is just keeping my mind off of my issues, my problems.
Well, yeah.
I'm trying to clean it up and make it better than what it looks like.
Right.
So I had a lot of things I had to hide. One secretary at Texas Southern said, "Man, your head's so big you can't even walk in the door." And I said, "What you mean?
Yeah,
what are you
talking about?
Well, that's during the time when I did Captain Woodmeyer, and they had to post a picture of me with the portrait on campus.
Right.
So that's why she said all that. I said, "No, I'm just doing what most artists do. You just
Stay busy.
do this, work here, do that."
Project after project after
that's
project after project. It's project time. That's part of our. Share with some of us, our audience, some of the works that you did. He bought a book today,
right?
And so tell us. Let's look at a couple of the pictures.
This right here is the one at the Martin Luther King Center. Okay. No, not Martin. Emancipation Park.
Yeah.
And I'm working at the Museum of Fine Arts doing this with the kids as well. Mm-hmm. All the black children came to the park and painted on it.
Uh-huh.
And I call it African American. That's why you have the African color on one side and red, white, and blue on the other side.
Okay, African American.
So it's almost saying it with the colors instead of saying it.
Right.
And
I can hear it ringing.
And Dr. Biggles on one side. And you have the penny here because we're talking about the Lincoln, the slavery and all this. So everything had a meaning to it. And that's why we put all of them. And then I met the guy here. He's a globetrotter. He played basketball for the Globetrotter. Yeah. Right. And here's another school. See, I did a mural for them. And the name of the school is...
Hold that up to the camera a little bit, the other way. So there you go.
Yeah.
See that? The mural that he was able to do, and that was just students over to the other side.
These are students all on the other side.
And you've influenced a lot of people's lives in that respect. Right. Okay.
This is Garden Villa Elementary. That's what it is.
Garden Villa. Okay.
And they actually drew the poster, the little artwork on it.
Now when I got a chance to know you, I've always noticed you've been great in the portraiture side. Let's go to some of the bigger pictures of the portraits. Let's let the audience take a look at some of your larger size photographs.
Okay.
That makes it. You had it right at the back area there.
I have so much.
Yeah, that's good. Well, keeping a documentary, absolutely, because when they make that movie, the Rickey Donato movie, they got to have something to reference this. Now, these are your...
This is one of them. I call it Mother's Love.
Okay.
And what it is a grandmother telling a son or a grandson to sit down and get quiet. Mm-hmm. So one hand, she has a fly swap. In the other hand, she has a switch. Mm-hmm. And at the bottom of the rocking chair, she have a spittoon can. So
this is everybody's grandmother. We've seen it all. Yeah, if you got a grandmother and anybody... Now, we talked about Biggers. I've noticed you had one of him in there. Can you find him? And we can kind of... Summation. There you go. This is the influencer of Mr. Donato and his history and his legacy that was left, as well as the gentleman that is being recognized in the Houston area right now. We have a couple of murals being put up through the commissioner, Rodney Ellis, that's doing a lot of Biggers exhibitions and murals around the Houston area. This is the gentleman that got it started, and this is the legacy that he's left through Rickey Donato and others that y'all just recently was recognized, if I'm not mistaken, at TSU for y'all contribution and y'all stewardship under his tutelage.
Right,
is that correct?
Right.
So that's one of the ones right there. Now, right over to the next side is one of the ones I consider your most prolific one that I think about when I see this one here? I think about you, the African lady.
Well, this right here was a painting that I
bring it over just to look. There you go, so everybody can see it. There you go.
I painted this to let them know, man, I can do this. Doc was good at doing African work, so he influenced me on this painting to do, and I call this the peanut vendor.
Okay.
So she has these old ceramic-like bowls with peanuts in it, and you have to sell a product. So,
yeah, that's how they make their living.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I said, man, let me do me this and see how well I can do that. Everything when I was doing is just trial and error, but I had to do that prayer. I wanted to work. I'm trying to make sure I become part of their legacy. You know, I'm
Yeah.
trying to do my best work,
Right.
not the worst work. So
Right.
I,
Spotlighting them in your craft and
Right.
your gift that
right,
God gave you.
right. I want everybody to feel like I'm part of the team,
Got it. Got it.
not trying to destroy the team.
Awesome,
So-
awesome. Well, thank you, Ricky, in that respect of that right there. As we come slowly to a close, is anything else you wanted to add
Well,
before we got ready? Because I'm going
I'm
to end
just
our
gonna-
session.
I'm just gonna mention this part here.
Okay.
Right here is a rabbit and a turtle and a hare. That was
In that picture.
in this picture
Okay.
here. This is something Doc used to do a lot, and he discussed the turtle and the hare. And what he said, the turtle represents the past and the hare represents the future, and you can either move too slow or move too fast. And I guess he's trying to say you need to get some kind of alignment when you do certain things and not put yourself out of order. And what I did, I painted all his little stuff that he's normally put in his work.
Right.
You know, like all of the. I try to give him that Disney look, like Walt Disney.
Yeah.
He's standing around with all
Right.
his little artwork, walking around with
Right.
him. This is the concept I was putting when I did that.
Well, wonderful, wonderful. That's beautiful, man. And I thank you for having stories in your art that carries us, gives us a story around it so we can carry that to our family and leave that legacy. Ricky, how can people get in contact with you if they want to have you to do some work for them, or if they want to exhibit some of your work and or have someone to contact you to do Do you still do portraits?
I still do portraits.
Okay,
right.
and what would be the best way that people can get in contact with you?
Well, one way they can get in contact through you.
Through me, the Mastermind Wisdom for Winners. You contact us, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get you contacted with Mr. Donato here, and that's one of the ways we look. And now, as closing, I always ask my guests, which I appreciate you taking the time out to come, one to maybe two questions.
Okay.
And if I can, I'm going to close with the question here. What kind of legacy do you want your work to leave? The legacies you're trying to have people to remember you by. Have you given that any?
Love and God. Love and God. Have faith in what you start. Try to finish it. Don't incomplete yourself with nothing. Make your life full. Fulfill your whole life. Enjoy your life. Enjoy the people you're with, the things you see, and be meaningful with it. Don't play with life, because it's too meaningful, and yet it's too short to even not recognize it and do something worthwhile with it.
Excellent, excellent. Final question. One word, Ricky.
Okay.
This is one word. One word that describes your creative journey, your journey. If you could think of that one word. I always put them on the spot, but one,
Journey.
for the journey, the creative, we say one word that
Okay.
describes your creative journey. If you could share that with us, then we can bring it to a close.
Next.
Next. He says next, ladies and gentlemen. That's all right. We want to thank you, Ricky, for coming. Mastermind Wisdom for Winners. For Winners is part of our organization. We have one today with Ricky Donato. We want to thank you again. Come back and see us again.